Cy-Hawk Trophy. On the one hand, it divides a state. On the other, it brings it together. And everyone across this great state, from Bragg Bride to the legendary Water and Ames, know that winning this trophy can have you pedaling toward a high water mark. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Cyclones will put toe together to crank us up. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will have the ball first. Last time these two met, Iowa did Iowa things and won a close one.
Man, they do that so often in this series. They just find a way, even if they're trailing, to win the ball game. And Iowa State's got to figure that puzzle out.
Iowa doing Iowa things. Defensively, they made the plays they needed to make in that game, and they're going to have to do that again in this one.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. Running to Green. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you can tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield.
Turning it on. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very front.
Breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He wants to change this route. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Past the 30. Big pickup on the ground. Knocked out at the 28-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Cyclones moving quickly to the line. Looking for room. It's Peppers. That hole closed quickly. A pickup of 1 to the 15. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Winfield. That's reeled in. It's Black. Oh, he's got some space.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the air on 1st down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way, and when you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and, you know, people in Iowa, they just love football, and this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, in this game, Iowa or Iowa State, it means so much.
He's going to run it. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gets it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We're through 1 period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, 3rd down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic. You can have the perfect play call on, and he's still picking up the first.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now adjusting. Gets rid of it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag.
First person foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. The Hawkeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. On the option. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
Instead of running the traditional option where the running back is the pitch man, nice job by the offense, getting creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a receiver the football in space, and he does the rest.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. To the air, it's Winfield. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
With the catch, it's Robinson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going downfield for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 40. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Leaves it with the running back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking for space. It's Moulton. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to run for it. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll send the back in motion. Toss sweep to the left. Nice move to keep running. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Alexander. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. And the Cyclones headed quickly to the line. To throw, it's Winfield. He'll take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. No good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Quarterback adapting. The throw. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. They get to him as he throws.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This is a gamble that could blow up in your face, going for it on 4th and long from their own 43. Bring in the heat. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Winfield. Catch in the middle, it's Black. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Black. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on them.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And that's touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking downfield on first down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
This time on target. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Now from inside the red zone. Unleashes one deep. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead's extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the Cy-Hawk Trophy up for grabs, who knows what the second half will give us.
And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Cyclones with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. To the air, it's Winfield. Under fire. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Got a little space. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
The Hawkeyes are rolling down the field. The inside handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Fires to the big fella. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
He'll try to do it himself. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Makes the grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
On the snap, it's Moulton. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Moulton.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. Don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here, and just be smart with the football.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. and they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll do it himself. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. The Cyclones want to pick up the tempo.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of his QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all.
Turning it on! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete on the right side. Crosses the 45 out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get it through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wife.
Lofts one high and deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dean. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Caught behind the line. It's Williams. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Motion from the wide receiver. Moving out of the pocket. Fires into the end zone. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Winfield. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
The Cyclones in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Rush is on him. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
And the Cyclones with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Scanning the field, it's Winfield. Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Cyclones come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The give on the option. Can't get him to the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. To the ground. He's got it again. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quick release by the QB. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They think there's room to run to the right here. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
They're going to ride this running back. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Hawkeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead.
38, Iowa State, 22.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Back to throw, it's Winfield. Uncorks one. The sure hands, it's Lee. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to pass on second down. Finds us back in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. That's caught. It's Lee. Hard-hitting tackle. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab past the marker. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Cyclones will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. There's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled.
A shot toward the end zone, and he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Winfield. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field.
Going for it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
There we go. There's step one. There's a lot of things that needs to happen for this offense, but they started with the touchdown. Time's ticking out. We got to go for 2 here. Cut this to 8, where we maybe can get another score and get that 2-point conversion to tie it.
He's in for the 2, and that is big because now it's a 1.